A very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Laughton online at 10:13 exactly on Saturday the 16th of August. Well, as you can see, the scenery's changed. We're not in the motorhome today. Had a bit of a problem and went to Tremor. The campsite that I'd booked in couldn't supply us with electricity, which means none of the plug sockets work in the van, which means I wouldn't have been able to do the work for today. So I'd have not been putting a video up if we'd have stayed in there. So quickly relocated to a beautiful place called Faithleg Country Golf Club. Absolutely stunning. So we spent the night there, about to leave. We're going to be going to Dingle shortly, which is about 3.5 hours. We went to Tremor Races last night. I enjoyed it. Nice. Didn't win anything. Not that I got too involved at a track that I've got no idea about. I think it was probably about the standard of what you get at Brighton, which is not very high, but a pleasant night. And I actually like the place. I love Ireland. Beautiful place, so clean, and the people are so friendly. But enough to do about yesterday. Let's get on with today. A few things to tell you. I got no notes to work from, so everything will be in the brain box, I think, hopefully today. We start at Newbury, starting the 3:35, which is the group, I think it's a group 3. It's the the Hungerford Stakes. It's a group 2 actually. And I'm not having a bet here, but I wanted to say, I've been with More Thunder all through this year. I think I've put him up 3 times this year. Twice when he's actually won, and one when he got just touched off in the Wokingham. But I don't fancy him today. I know he's upped in class. He gets his trip, but I think this is a different track. So he's been running well at places like Newmarket and Ascot, which are very much stiff finishes. This is a flat track. It suits front runners, and I just don't see it. I might be wrong. I'm not having a bet, so I don't have any involvement other than that. But just to tell you, it wouldn't be something that I'd actually be keen on. So moving on, in the 4:10, Venetian Prince of Andrew Ballins. Now, it was all the rage on debut, and I thought he ran an okay race. But what was interesting about that is 5 horses came out of that next time and all won. So that form should be marked up. And I think Venetian Prince is the most likely winner. But again, I don't think I'm going to play in that race. In the last race, the 5:20, this is a red hot handicap. Fort George was a massive eye catcher at Goodwood, came from an impossible position, and I really liked what he did. But Skimmer, I just think this is a group horse. Off 94, this horse could be running loose, and I would be surprised if anything got near him today. He's got bags of potential. On what he's achieved so far, they're all much of a muchness. But I know his reputation is so much that I would expect him to go and win that. Let's go over to Newmarket, and I'll pass on what I know there. The 2:40, which is the novice race over a mile. Now, Charlie Appleby's got 2 horses in here, Pacific Appear and Del Maro. Well, you can also throw the Joker into this race as well, because I know Jane Chaplayam is very, very sweet on this. And the interesting thing as far as Charlie Appleby horse is concerned, he's actually told a friend of mine that he thinks Del Maro will beat Pacific Appear. I think that's very much a tangled web, and I won't be playing in that, but it does look interesting. Next race, Carl Burke's Half Sovereign, doing nothing but improve, and I think, well, it could be hard to beat. It's a 2-horse race, could be hard to beat. Again, not played. I think it's one of those days where I'm looking at things and then I find a reason not to back it, which I think is a better thing than just going gung-ho and having so many bets. Let's go to the 4:20. Alive Again won at Yarmouth, going back a couple of weeks. Safi Osborne rode it, got the run of the race, made all. But what I liked is how it kept finding more and more and more. And the interesting thing is the second horse was Arundel. That just got touched off last night at Thirsk. when it looked like he was going to win, but I think it might be a bit of a dog, that. And the third horse, Telecommunication, that came out and won last night or yesterday afternoon as well. So that form looks rock solid. And I can't understand for the life of me why the handicapper has only put Alive Again up £2. The first three finished miles clear of the rest, and it surely you would have been thinking 4 at a push, 5 realistically. So to put up 2 probably makes very little difference, and I would think that could be winning again. Let's go to, I'm trying to think what else I've got to go to now. Let's look at Ripon, if there's anything there. I know Michael Bell fancies Suspected Sentence in the first, but it's not a bet for me. And everybody's been trying to put this Al Shaham up at Ripon in the 210. I think that's a bit of a banana skin race. Carl Burke's Gold Queen Kindly could be anything, and the horse of Richard Allen's Gama Sutra, that created a very good impression on debut. And I think, in fact, throw in Bin Sarouz, and it's a very tough race to call, and I certainly will not be getting involved in that race. The rest of the card there at Ripon, no interest there. So where else do I want to be? Let's go Doncaster. A couple of things to tell you there. In the 222, Avicenna, which is a newcomer from Roger Varian's. Now, the interesting thing with this is the first runner that Roger Varian has had for Godolphin. Now, I think he's got either 3 or 4 horses from them this year. He's never trained a runner before, and this is the first one. It's been trained to win on debut, and you can understand why he wants to create a good impression. Now, I'm told that this horse works like a 90 horse, knows its job, sharp out of the stalls, and will respond if it needs a smack. This said to me, it will take something very, very nice to beat this horse. So that would be one of interest there. Rest of the card, 340. Cœur Jaune of David O'Mara's. Now this one very easily at, I think it was Leicester, going back to last Sunday. Carries a penalty today. It's not been reassessed, obviously, because it ran on a Sunday. It doesn't get reassessed until today. But it's likely to go more than the penalty it carries today, and that, I think, could be hard to beat there. Rest of the card, nothing else there to tell you. Oh, there is one thing, I tell a lie. 525, Absolute Star of another one from Roger Varian's. Now this was, I thought this one was impressive. He's only just got this horse. I think it was his second run for Roger Varian when it won nicely over this track. I think it won over course and distance. Went up not much, and I think that one will take the beating. Now, I was told this morning there is a chance it may not run because of the ground, although it did win on good to firm ground last time. The step up in trip is sure to help it, and I think that horse could take the beating there. I think I've covered just about everything, so I'm going to get on the road. Drop me a subscription or subscribe if you haven't already done, and if you are interested in my bets today for my private service, which I put up too, then drop me an email at jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com, and I will speak to you on Monday. Many thanks.